Okay, today Rich and I are going to do something a little bit different because we talked about something in a couple of vlogs before regarding, it's kind of like a road trip, but not. It was more of an adventure vlogging type lifestyle
commitment.
Thing. Yeah, commitment. So we have, because of your responses, we have really dug deep into this for the last, 48 hours?
Yeah.
And talked a lot about it in depth for the most part for the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Rich talk about some of the sides, and I'll add some things, but to give you guys an idea of what we've come up with. But we also want your suggestions because we're probably talking a little over a year out.
Yeah.
So go ahead, Rich.
So yeah, we haven't specifically set the time yet, but it's probably between 9 and 15 months out.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that gap is when we would do this, and it would be definitely a year-long commitment.
Oh yeah.
Possibly longer. And do you want me to go into the method and everything?
Yeah, go ahead, tell them.
So it's going to be on bike.
Not RV. We're calling it green friendly because it's going to be on the power of our own muscles, our feet, our legs. And I think that's more proverbial for what we do and stand for.
Yeah. So if we cross country, or not necessarily in any order, it's not like we're going to go straight across country and that's the finish line. We want to see all of the U.S. and parts of Canada.
Yeah.
So Canada's not out of the question.
No.
Just it all comes time of year that we'll make decisions on where we go.
Correct.
And we could stop and stay in a place for a couple of weeks. But it's going to be what we can bring with us on our back.
Right.
Or in our little pulley cart that we're going to have attached to our bike.
Yeah, bike trailer.
Yeah, pulley cart. I've not done this. I have to train ahead of time. I'm a little nervous about that, but we'll have to. It'll be all new life for a whole year. That's no joke. We're not going away for a weekend bike and then coming back to Chicago and doing the fountain. We're going to live on the road in pop tents and shady hotels, and hopefully depend on some kindness from strangers.
Hopefully, yeah, we're hoping, because we're going to be out there.
Hopefully visit some of you guys along the way if it's on our path. So
we want suggestions on top of that, but the entire bike idea is that one's in stone for the most part. The RV was a great idea. I think the trailer it was what led to being relentless.
Yeah.
And I mean, once we had the idea, it was like, okay, how do we make this more relentless? And the bike thing was really the only thing that made sense to me.
Yeah, and it wasn't just about fitness. Like, I think the initial thing with the RV, we were still brainstorming, was like, we'll go to towns and introduce fitness. This is also about us.
Right.
This is challenging us. How far can we go? Mm-hmm. What can we endure? This is a true test of our character and our fitness level, and it's a chance to grow. And we want to film that. So I think that's what I found most exciting.
And it's true, because what Rich says is very important. We constantly put you in, and my workouts certainly put you in uncomfortable situations, and my response is, suck it up, you can get through it. Well, this puts both of us in a very uncomfortable situation, which is one of the reasons we're going to have to take more time to plan. Mm-hmm. But it is it's serious enough that we sat down and we're using this vlog as an opportunity to be our platform, to get your advice on it, to get your feedback, things that you would want to see during this little adventure. But we are very uncomfortable in this process, which makes it exciting.
Yeah, so it tells us that we're on the right track, because we don't want to do something within our comfort level. And it's not like fitness or riding a bike is not in our comfort level, but doing it on the road, and that's your only option. You can't turn around, come home. At the end of the day, you got to find a place to camp. You have to find ways to eat and plan ahead to make sure you have water and all that other stuff, because there's a lot of dead areas in the United States. It's way beyond our comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Can we make it? Can we last a year on our own? That's our challenge. It's kind of like your frozen otter, but for a year. Right. And not necessarily cold, although we will hit inclement weather.
We're going to hit various challenging weather. Absolutely. Environments will be tough and challenging, exciting at the same time. But I was telling Rich when we were talking about this, Relentless itself, the idea of it was born on the trails. we're kind of bringing that idea back. And I said a couple years ago, I remember saying it because I actually watched a vlog of the past, one of my older vlogs on the other channel, but somebody asked a question. I was answering that question of how do you get through some of the pain? And my statement was, or my response was, be comfortable in being uncomfortable, and that's where you should be able to live, is making your comfort discomfort. And while that seems kind of like backwards thinking, that truly is where growth happens. We are putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations, and that is going to be our comfort zone in some ways.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm scared to death.
Yeah, there is a lot of fear there because we're going to be leaving the studio. We don't know what, we never know what the future will hold. We'll probably keep this our home headquarters.
Yeah.
We haven't truly talked about the future of that. But at the same time, it's not like we're shutting it down. It'll just be one of those things where it's here for us when we come back. But for the most part, the whole on the road thing will exist. I plan on, and we'll have to go into like the details more of it in the future, still doing live workouts, except it'll be in different areas, different atmospheres. We'll have to get some waterproof cameras and mics.
Scott could pick up some from his place occasionally. I mean, we have to work a lot of details out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to you, Poet, and
maybe even get Cat Fit or Sam.
Yeah, we'll have to find some people involved in this. But again, I'm sure a lot of you will have some tremendous ideas. We want you to leave it in the comment section below because we're really interested in that. Do you have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm looking forward to this is we are committed to a year-long adventure here. So this isn't a thing where we're going to be like, it was too hard. Well, yeah, it's going to be hard, and we'll probably have those moments, but we'll endure and we'll keep going. So this is going to be a life-changing activity for me and Jake.
And it's actually out of inspiration through you guys. You guys have constantly posted your life-changing process of going from one position and completely changing your life, your fitness levels, your lifestyle in general. That motivates us. And now it's our turn to return the favor and say, it's our way of saying thank you, and like this is our next level. I'm saying that because as you're watching this vlog, understand we're going to be doing another discussion, and it's going to be live. When did we?
Sunday, next Sunday.
Next Sunday, yes. So next Sunday, please join us live. I'll give you the times and details later on in the next couple of days. And we're going to be taking your suggestions. We're going to write them on the wall of our creative thinking loft. We have literally, we're establishing that loft upstairs as being our prep headquarters for this next
Operation 2019.
Yeah, yeah. Right? Basically, that's exactly what it's going to be.
We're in 2018, right?
We're in 18 now, but when we do this, it would theoretically be 2019.
Yeah.
So your suggestions will be written down on permanent marker on the wall, and they are there to stay because we want to reflect on that and come up with better ideas and a good game plan to make sure we make this the best experience for you guys as you're watching, and as safe as possible on how we can calculate and do this correctly.
Yeah. So if you have tips to make sure you consider this, that's also good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please provide us with that. But if you're like, this is a great area for bike, it doesn't necessarily have to be a great area for biking, because guys, we can rent a car for a couple days and put the bikes in storage for a couple days if we're in an area. I mean, that's part of the fun, that we're going to have the freedom to do that.
Yeah, there are no rules here. And the ground we cover, we're going to record the bike mileage that we end up accumulating throughout this.
And the day I die on that bike path, we'll record that as too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, let's hope not.
I hope not. Well, I cross my fingers.
So there it is, guys. The Wizard and I are going to be working on this, but we want your suggestions as well, because we feel like this wouldn't exist without you. You're just as part of it as we are going to be in the next 15 months. So yeah, leave in the comment section below. And yeah, the future will tell where this goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Be free.